What's up, guys and girls? Uyiosa here, your friend in personal development and sales. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about failure and the importance of failing forward. Because many times throughout our lives, we're going to fail at a lot of things. And, failure sucks. It's probably the worst thing that can happen. We don't feel good about it. We feel discouraged. We lose motivation. But I want you to transform your mind today to view failure as not a negative but as a positive, and view it as a learning opportunity to advance and move forward. So there's a few things I want to talk about in this video, and we're going to be going through 5 different points that I've written down. Step number 1: embrace failure as a learning opportunity. So to give you an example of a personal experience I've had in failing, at the start of this year, I set out to achieve so many different great things. I said I'm going to work out more. I said I'm going to use my time more wisely. I said I'm going to finish this course I started, and all of them have completely fallen off the wayside. And on reflection, when I really think about the reasons why I failed, there's so many different nuances to why that is. What I've learned about myself is, when I set my mind to something, I'm really good at doing it. But the reality is, what I lacked was consistency. So what I've learned from my failure is consistency is an issue. So I need to be more consistent moving forward. And if I didn't fail in all those goals I achieved, I wouldn't have realized that consistency was an issue. So now I've learned from that experience. I know moving forward, I need to be more consistent. So step number 1: embrace failure as a learning opportunity. So if you fail at something, try and identify the reasons why you failed, then use that to be able to move forward and fail forward in the future. Step number 2: resilience and perseverance. One of the benefits of failing, it teaches you, or it forces you to be resilient. Because if you really want something, you might not get it the first time you try, you might not get it the second time you try, you might not get it the third time you try. And we've seen time and time again throughout history of successful people showing perseverance in achieving the things that they want to achieve. And if you think of Thomas Edison's beautiful light that we have today, it took him 1,000 attempts to figure out to build a light bulb, and now that's the privilege we're all enjoying today. So be persistent when you do fail. Don't give up at the first glance of failure. And this is something I struggle with, because when I fail, it's extremely hard. Because I just think, what's the point of continuing? So this is something I need to work on myself, is not giving up but keep on going forward when we experience failure. Number 3: failure enables you to set new goals. And there's nothing more exciting than setting new goals, achievable goals, realistic goals, and time-bound goals as well. So when you do fail, it's a chance to reiterate and re-strategize of, okay, what went wrong the first time, and what could I do differently the second time to make sure I succeed. And the benefit of failure, like I talked about in the first point, it gives you feedback, so we can use that feedback to iterate, set new goals, and achieve it the second time around. Number 4: the mindset shift. So the beautiful thing about failure, if approached correctly, is the mindset shift. So then we understand that failure is not to hamper us, but it's necessary steps to improvement and to accomplishment. So you need those failures as a way that gives you feedback in order to reiterate your approach, and in order for you to improve in the future. Of course, the ideal scenario is to succeed at everything, but the reality is that isn't a reality, in fact. So you're always going to come across failure. So the key there is to use the feedback to reiterate moving forward. Number 5: self-reflection. So self-reflection is powerful because it allows you to think from a bird's eye view, looking in, of what went well, what didn't go so well, what could I have done differently, was my approach right, what didn't I know, what could I have known, what could I do differently the next time. So self-reflection is all about thinking. And Nightingale once said, the biggest problem in humanity is that people simply don't sit down to think. So self-reflection is key, because once you sit down to think and you're unbiased, you can really think about, what didn't I do so well? What went wrong here? Why did I fail? Whether it's something to do with yourself or the external environment, it gives you a chance to think critically, in order to identify the reasons, and think critically and analytically on what you can do moving forward to ensure next time you succeed. Life is a journey, so you have to keep on moving forward and view failure as a stepping stone to your success. So don't view it as negative, view it as positive. It's necessary to give you feedback so that you can become the best version of yourself moving forward. If you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and maybe let me know what other videos you would want me to make. As always, be great.